Kyle Busch and his wife did an interview on Inside Edition talking about how much money they lost. Let's take a look at this clip.
Huge name in NASCAR racing. Now he and his wife are coming to Inside Edition to say they were scammed by a life insurance agent they say sold them a policy and didn't disclose the risks. They say the policy was full of hidden fees that cost them millions.
Kyle Busch.
Behind the wheel, legendary race car driver Kyle Busch is a bold champion, as well as being known for his hot temper. Off the track, he's friendly and full of charm. Just last week, he and his wife Samantha hit the red carpet at the Country Music Awards in Nashville. And when it comes to protecting his family finances, the NASCAR champion says he prefers playing it safe rather than taking the risks he does on the track.
My days of racing are coming closer towards the end, so we were kind of thinking for our future, what do we do? What do we set up for? What do we set up our children for?
So he says it felt like a victory lap when an insurance agent told them they could make big bucks investing his fortune in a special policy with Pacific Life.
It would give you around $800,000 a year that you could pull off of that policy for life. And I was like, okay, this sounds really, really good.
They're like, this is safe, this is great, this is my future.
How much money did you put into the plan?
$10.4 million.
But now they say $8.5 million of that is gone. That's a lot of money to lose.
That is correct.
Now they're suing the agent and the insurance company, saying they were lied to and that the policy contained hidden fees and was really designed to rake in huge commissions.
The commissions on my policy alone were over 35% of $10 million. It's a pretty easy number to figure out what's in his pocket.
As a race car driver who had a bit of a hot temper, I can't imagine you weren't mad.
I was mad. I was upset. I felt taken advantage of.
The policy is called Indexed Universal Life Insurance.
Pacific Life has been a leader in the Indexed Universal Life marketplace since 2005.
Where part of your premium payment goes into a fund that's supposed to grow, like the stock market. Agents from many companies claim the policies are better than a 401k. But are they?
Let me clean this Kyle Busch situation up right quick, because Inside Edition turned a miscommunication into a media circus and called it a scam. Now, if you watched my episode last week, I broke down the Kyle Busch lawsuit. And if you watched it, you already know this. The actual product itself, an Index Universal Life, an IUL, is not a scam. It's not a scam. It's been around since the mid-90s, late 90s. However, what is a scam is a poorly explained IUL is. Just like any financial product in the marketplace today. But Kyle had this policy for what, 2 years? And I think there was a lot of miscommunication to what this was, because as I broke down in my video last week, if they were planning for this to supplement the retirement income, the structure and how it was sold through an irrevocable life insurance trust was the wrong structure. Again, I don't know if that's exactly what it was, because inside the lawsuit, there is no Exhibit A, Exhibit B, actual illustration that Kyle Busch and his wife signed. So we got placeholder type of illustrations via emails, but we don't actually have actual illustration that he signed. Just to let y'all know. Indexed Universal Life Insurance is not for the short term. It is not a savings account. It is a permanent life insurance policy. It is built and engineered for the long term. This wasn't a product problem. It was an agent problem. It was a suitability and expectation problem. This was a timeline problem. They never mentioned the 0% floor, which means that if the stock market were to drop negative in this S&P 500 through the life insurance company, they left out everything that doesn't fit a scammy headline. Let's call it what it is. Kyle Busch and his wife, they didn't expose a bad IUL. What they did expose is bad communication. What they did expose is bad expectation. What they did expose is bad structure in a rushed timeline. So don't let media headlines shape your financial education. Tools like life insurance don't fail people. People fail to understand the tools. If you like that clip, watch the next one over here. To watch the full-length episode, click over here.